I love this guy almost as much as he loves America. Every once in a while, someone steps up to the plate. They don't care what the media thinks. They tell the truth no matter what the backlash is going to be. And you're going to see all these reporters go up against Tom Homan and try to have all these gotcha questions about ICE and illegal immigration and all the unfairness that's behind enforcing the law. I want you to see what he says when he's asked, would you still want to deport people even if they haven't committed a crime? Because his response is epic. This is Andy with TrendingPolitics.com. And if you think it's time we stop apologizing for enforcing the law, like and subscribe. Let's roll the tape.
How do you square the two? I mean, you have images
That's like 8 questions, but bottom line is the college students, their visas are being suspended because the State Department believes in national security threats.
Sir, not all.
And it's not about what they say, it's about what they say and what they do. First Amendment rights, I can't stay in a movie theater tonight and claim fire. There's a limit. When you come to this country on a visa or become a resident alien, that's a privilege that comes with certain responsibilities. Yeah, now, I'm not with the State Department. I didn't make the decision to cancel those visas, but our job is, when we cancel those visas, they're removed from the country.
Right.
As far as the others you talk about, we are forcing the community because of sanctuary cities. There's New York City, I'll say it again, New York City, you're a sanctuary city, you're a sanctuary for criminals, because we can't arrest a bad guy in Rikers Island, for God's sakes. We got to go in the neighborhood and find him. I said from day one, ICE is going to enforce the law, unlike the last administration who says ICE can't arrest an illegal alien for simply being here illegally. They're rewriting federal law. No, ICE agents took an oath to enforce immigration laws, and we go find the bad guy, and they will. If he's with others, they're coming too. Prioritization doesn't mean maybe I prioritize my family life over my work life. I don't forget my work life. We're prioritizing public safety threats and national security. That's what we're doing. The data proves it. I think the American people elected Donald Trump to enforce immigration laws is exactly what we're doing. We're doing what the American people voted for.
If somebody crosses the border illegally and is here, would you still want to deport them even though they haven't committed a crime?
Absolutely. They committed a crime. Enter the country illegally is a crime.
What do you expect?
Well,
it's not really. They have asylum. They have paroled into the...
See, this is what you never cover. Look at the immigration court data. Clearly shows 9 out of 10 people who make asylum claim end up with an order removal because they simply don't qualify for asylum. And people say, well, it's just innocent illegal immigration. But when you flood the border like the last administration does, where 70% on average of agents are off the line, what happened? 600% increase in sex trafficking in women and children. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. A record number of people on terrorist watch lists crossing the border. Bad things happen when you lose control of the border. So what you call innocent illegal immigration, not criminals, it causes all these other bad things to happen because the criminal cartels have operational control of the border, not the men and women of the Border Patrol. President Trump, like him or hate him, he did in 6 weeks what the Biden administration couldn't or wouldn't do in 4 years. Right now, today, as I'm talking to you, we have the most secure border in the history of this nation. We did that in 6 weeks. So President Trump has proven. The last administration lied about a secure border. We showed them what a secure border looks like now. 95% decline, most secure border in a lifetime. ICE has arrested 3 times more criminals than the Biden administration has done. So men and women at ICE are sticking to priorities, public safety threats, national security threats, but if you're in the country legally, you're not off the table.
Are NYPD officers involved that are assigned to the task force? Are they also working on the catch and revoke efforts that are being targeted here with the local HSI field office?
I don't understand. Say that again?
The catch and revoke efforts that are targeting students that HSI is involved with that were just the question that was just
asked. You mean the students?
Yeah, the students.
The students. Are NYPD officers assigned to the HSI task force also involved in those efforts?
No.
How many
these suspects, these suspects, are they going to be tried or deported?
That's up to the local district attorney. And now some are going to be prosecuted federally. It depends. That's what collaboration looks like.
Can you explain the difference in approach here? You're bringing a RICO case against gang members. In other areas, the administration has preferred to bypass the courts and just put them on airplanes.
No, they don't bypass the courts. The local field office always works with a local prosecutor, a federal prosecutor. If they want to continue the prosecution, they do a writ and take them back into custody. Many times the prosecutors, you know what? Deport them. We'd rather have them deported.
In all these cases?
Not all these cases. I'm saying it's case by case with thousands of cases a week, right? Where the local field office works with the local prosecutors and the federal prosecutor, if it's a federal criminal investigation, federal prosecution, to coordinate. Do you want to keep them for prosecution? We can make that happen. Do a writ, take them back into custody. Well, ICE collaborates with the prosecutors on what the next steps are going to be. But the end game is going to be, if they're in the United States illegally, they're going to be deported.
But I think in some of the cases in the habeas petitions, you haven't argued that you've brought these people into collaboration with prosecutors who've made a deliberate decision to bypass prosecution. You've just said you're a gang member and you're on a plane. Is that what am I?
Well, you're talking about people removed on the Alien Enemies Act. It's a totally different ballgame. The Alien Enemies Act, and a lot of people are talking about it. President Trump invoked the authorities he has on the Alien Enemies Act, a law that was passed by Congress, written by Congress, passed by Congress as a statute. The difference between the Trump administration and the last administration, we're using laws on the books. We're not making this up. We're enforcing laws on the books, using every tool we got to remove terrorists from this country.
Do you think Mayor Adams has done enough to collaborate with ICE, or would you like to see more?
I would like to see more, but I know he's in a tough position when you got a city council that's fighting him all the way. Plus, you got a governor who doesn't support what we're doing here today. I mean, as soon as they found out that a mayor was going to work with us to get in Rikers Island, you got a governor come down and try to get him removed from office, and the city council is following. Look, anybody from the city council here today? Speak up. Find that strange? No member of city council is here today looking at what collaboration means. But they're going to sue the administration to stop us from going to Rikers Island. Regardless of what the judge decides, or regardless of what the city council thinks, there is no sanctuary in the United States for Tren de Agua MS-13. Either you let us into jail in the safety and security of a jail and take them into custody that makes New York City safer, rather than what we saw here, or we get them on the street.
And what more would you like? What more?
This is going to be our last question, folks. This will be our last question.
There are hundreds of thousands of children that were trafficked in this country in the last administration. Many are missing. And I'm hoping the NYPD will help us find some of these children. Some are in sex trafficking. We already found some. Some are in forced labor. We already found some. Not all of them. Some will be with family members. But I would like the NYPD, who has one of the best intelligence divisions in the world, to help us find some of these victims of trafficking. I think that'd be a game winner for everybody involved.
What Tom Homan just did was remind America what real leadership looks like. He's not rehearsed. He's not scripted. He's just telling the truth in an unpolished way, but loud enough that even the media can't talk over him. And he made it clear. What we need to understand, what the rest of America needs to understand, is that coming to this country is a privilege. It's not a right. And you can't hide behind the fact that you're enrolled in college or, God forbid, holding a protest sign somewhere in order to prevent you from being deported. If you entered the country illegally, you have committed a crime and you should be deported. He didn't backpedal when they tried to put him in a corner. He stood flat-footed and told them that illegal entry is a crime. No country stays a country for long if it forgets that. He connects the dots the way that nobody else can because he is on the front lines. You lose the border and you open the border to fentanyl, human trafficking, violence against children, cartel violence, terror threats, you name it. Enforcing immigration is not cruel. Ignoring it is, because the rest of us suffer. Even every life destroyed by chaos at the border is a reminder what happens when leaders care more about feelings than safety. We need Tom Homan to enforce the law. We owe it to every family torn apart by this ridiculous crisis to keep spreading the truth, no matter who gets uncomfortable. That's the fight ahead, and you're in it with TrendingPolitics.com. I'm Andy with TrendingPolitics.com, and if you like content like this, make sure you share and subscribe, because this country is worth fighting for.